the pattern that I want to use to do those little arch pieces that go on the sides of the crown. Basically, they go from, you know, you've got that gold band and then you've got these arches that go up. So what I did is I measured from the bottom of my cake to how above the cake, how high I want to go above the cake. I know it's a 3-inch high with another, you know, couple inches, so say 5 inches. And then I know it's 6 inches and half of that is 3 inches. So I know I'm going to need about 8 inches approximately. So what I did is I measured this 8 inches, cut a strip, and it's kind of like a question mark. So, I mean, if you go, you know, straight down, it's a question mark, then it curls around like this, but instead of going in, you just come out. So instead of curling around, you kind of bring that out. So, you know, here's your question mark. Instead, I brought it out like that. Okay, that's all there is to one of these patterns. You can play around with it. I will definitely let them attach this pattern to the video so that you guys have it. Okay, and the straight part is so it can go against the side. So what I did is I took some, let me get this out of the way. I took some yellow fondant because I want this to be a gold crown. If you use yellow, you get more of a brighter gold. If you use red fondant, you get more of an old gold look. So depending on what color gold you want it to look like. I got some fondant. This is really dry, so let me knead it up. Some shortening. So this is yellow fondant. And then I added a tiny bit of Tylose to it. It's about, what, a teaspoon to a pound or half a teaspoon to a pound, something like that. It's not much. And it takes a while to firm up, so don't expect to feel it right away. This is actually a couple days old, and so it's pretty stiff. I got to press pretty hard, and it's fairly stiff. It's thickened up the fondant. For a piece like this, all I do is I just dip it in, and whatever attaches, then I just knead it. That's plenty. Okay? That's what I would do with the Tylose or the CMC. Again, it's just a thickener. It's going to make it nice and stiff, and it'll make it stronger. You know, if you want to use gum paste, then use gum paste. That's even stronger, or pastillage, which is the strongest yet. But then you got to make a whole new recipe. So, all right. So we've got this. What we're going to do now is roll it out. Fairly thick because I want these pieces to be pretty firm. And I need it to be 8 inches long. If you've got a pasta machine, put it on its thickest setting and, you know, use the pasta machine. I have one, but I'm not going to use it. All right. So yeah, it's about 1/8 of an inch thick. It's pretty thick. Is it long enough? Almost. And what I'm going to do is I know how thick I want it. Let me grab my ruler. And I'm going to use my ribbon cutter. This is about 3/4 of an inch thick. Okay. There it is. And then you want to cut these guys nice and straight on the ends. Nice and straight. Okay, and this is this guy here. Okay. And then you're going to lay it on its, now if you've got a can that's this curve, you know, I have a can of milk or something that's that curve, and you can lay it over the can of milk, but I don't. So what you want to do is you want to make sure, the one thing this thing does is it kind of cuts at a bit of an angle. So sometimes a X-Acto knife would be better to get it straighter. The edge straight, the edge is kind of beveled. Okay, so we're just going to do this. All right, because I want it to sit on its side. You just sit there and put it on this guy to match the pattern. It will actually sit on its side if you make it the right thickness. If it's too thin, it won't stay up. I might have rolled this a little thin because it looks like it's having an issue staying up. Just the hot lights don't help. Okay, so just like so. Okay.